listen. I got another story for y'all. Come check us out. Look. Let me tell you the tale of Zeno and Malacai. Their home was broken, mother stolen by shogun and samurai. Zeno, remember, couldn't do nothing, be mad and cry. They seen the world through bastards' eyes ever since their dad had died. But he ain't really die, he just left and ain't return. All they know is anger, they just let the hate and anguish burn inside their chest. Cause they ain't know what's best, no one to teach them. So all they know, they had to make a grip as fine as needle nose. Pliers, and your liars is what they learned to be. The Zeno turned to burglary, Malacai learned to turn the cheek. So when they come a-looking, no one know where Zeno be. Cause we both beat him, Chino bees, Malacai play that me no speak. Just two brothers walking on the shinobi path. They shared a room, they shared a sense of humor. So Zeno would laugh at anything or nothing. Something about they phony dad, his bro, the only homie that understand love he know he had. But Zeno been on the run for a couple years, and one day when he wasn't here, they showed up with a couple spears, a couple swords, and Malacai was torn. But yo, he paid the price. He had no other brothers. He gave his freedom to save his life. They took his money, took his weapons, everything that he accrued. But Z would brood upon his brother. If they blamed him, he was doomed. But they ain't blame him for what he did. He went into hiding. All they could do was wait, and when they part those gates, come find him. And he did. He waited many moons. He came back home, there's no one there. He knowing he ain't come too soon. He must be in the shogun's lair. To go into the shogun's lair to find him, he know no one dared except Z. He know he must go, cause Zeno know his bro was there. He gathered what he need for the mission and headed out the nest. Nervous would be an understatement. Heart was beating out his chest cause he was scared. He know he's facing death. But yo, he need to go, cause anywhere Malik would go, his people know that Z would go. Not to be a hero though, his bro was all he really know. His mind was racing, breathing slow. We see the wall, he creeping close. He ain't no killer, but for his brother, yo, he'll bleed some throats and be the bad guy. Use black dye so they can't see the rope. He scaled aside the jails inside, but further to the east. Cause yo, for this distraction, all the powder packed inside it needs to go. Scared inside, prepared to die, so if he needs to, he'll go. To spare his life, he'll bear the strife, but he just wish Malik could know he love him. And it's not much above him inside this life we lead. He vault the wall, a man said halt, he stuck him with his knife, he bleed out, fuck him. Stuck him in his neck and chest, he severed vitals. He dropped him without stopping, a motor that never idles. He took his clothes and dumped him in a trunk, then he continued from his post to the supposed location to blow the venue. This the type of shit until it happens, you don't know what's in you. He just knew he couldn't leave him after everything they've been through. He found some stairs, went down the stairs, the first door he went into. Bailed around the corner, who is you? He tensing every sinew of muscle, and they began to tussle. Knew he had to undo. With a quick move, put jujitsu on him, choked him till he went blue. Snap! He broke his neck, his body slumped, his arms went limp too. He pushed him off and tossed him in the corner that he went through. The next door, hoping inside his store, just what he looking for. This shit already hot, but he about to get it cooking more. This the type of shit you only read about in books of war. All he found, another set of stairs, descended, looked some more. The stairs descended, story smelling mildew, feeling more heat. Ain't no telling what he will do. Probably kill whoever door he about to walk through. Then Jotsu on his back, he ain't one to talk to. Probably chop you up, blades dripping like fangs and Nosferatu. He finally reached the bottom, he didn't believe the shit he seen. Powder to burn for hours and blow this whole bitch to smithereens. Let's get to work. He quit to set the wick to get this bitch to burst and trail it up the stairs behind him, light it, dip before shit gets worse. Up the stairs and through the door, around the corner, through some more. Outside again, he play it cool so they be fooled until the storm. He reached the top then headed east to get his bro. The war is on, but in his path there stands a man, weapon in hand, his sword is drawn, but Z ain't give a fuck. He drew his blade and lifted up. He's only here for his brother. Other fuckers just getting cut. Move. He jetted towards him. They clashing blades, but he didn't budge. He upped the second blade and lashed at the man with a hidden lunge. Parried, but how'd he know it don't matter? Zeno ain't giving up. He knew the time was wasting, and that mattered. Had to get it done. Another thrust to hit the lung. He missed the man, regripped and swung, but Zeno ducked and Zeno lucked out, clipped him with the tip and clung to him, threw him on the ground and kicked the sword across the ground and drew his sword up to his neck just to see what he'd lost and found. His own beloved brother laid before him circumstances he couldn't fathom. We must leave, he implored him. He ignored him. Had he scorned him, his salvation he had sworn upon pain of death to save his flesh and blood, or just tried to sword him. Malik, he pleaded, he said, never call me that. And right inside that moment, the explosion sent him falling back. I should have said flying back. He could have sworn they died in that. If hell was ever real, he could tell they were both inside of that. As the buildings blazed, Zeno rose, vision still a daze. He peeped his brother still in rage, lurking towards him, wielding blades. And as they still engaged from his brother, he feel his rage. He know what it is to feel this way, feelings caged and filled with hate. Then it hit him. He thought the shogun sealed the gate. He turned his brother's love to hate and played the snake like still in the way. As a brother tried to kill his own, the shogun laughed, just feeling great. Laughed now as he may, but at any rate, he just sealed his fate. They fought atop the battlements as they crumbled, great stones crashing down, smashing in the ground as they tumbled. Sirens began to sound as great flames raged around them, and none of this broke the focus of the blades they waved about them. For a moment they like blazing, they jumped back as he yelled, get off this. Malacai replied in a rage, Zeno, you caused this. Zeno said, you're my brother and I love you, what the fuck, dude? Malacai said, I have no mother, have no brother, fuck you. You're just another piece of meat for me to cut through. And Z could only sigh, no time to cry, he had to up his sword to stay alive, survival all he ever knew. His brother moved to take his arm, in retort he would sever too. Xena wounded on his bicep, took a blow upon his forearms. Still in danger, kicked him in his chest to prevent more harm. But as he stumbled, the floor crumbled right where he stepped. He grabbed the ledge and Xeno reached out towards him, trying to spare his death. I'll never forgive you, he let go, Xeno yelled to the sky. And Xeno fell to his knees, tears flooded his eyes. All the hatred they carried was his brother's demise. All the hate they learned to love was his brother's demise. Yeah. It's fucked up. But it be like that sometimes. But look. But Xeno went on to live his life and have 3 kids. But no matter what he'd ever do, he never knew true happiness. And he never met a man that was even half the friend, and thought about him every day and wished it didn't have to end. He wished he didn't have to end. Yeah. That's the story though. Look. I love you, man. Don't let all that hatred be your demise. Xeno.